Greetings, citizens, and welcome back to the Hidden Dagger Inn. So, we're a full month into the Alpha 2.5 now, and I needed to talk about a system that I really want to love. But right now, caravans, in my mind, are in a terrible place, and I'm going to tell you why. In past videos, I talked about how the system was borderline unplayable, but that was due to bugs. This is a different reason, as the bugs seem to be mostly fixed. But the fundamental loop from building to launching to defending is just broken. So let's dig into why. Now, before we get too far into the video, we do need to point out that we know that the system is not fully complete yet. We know that the Highwayman system and Bulwark system has not been added for attacking and defending and getting rewards and perks for doing such activities. But I feel at this point that will have little impact on the current game mechanics. Now, Lineage didn't have caravans to my knowledge, but ArcAge had a commerce system and had a trade system, and that's where I believe Steven has gotten most of this vision from. And I'm going to tell you, anybody who's played ArcAge will probably agree with me that the trade system was probably one of the best I've ever seen. And while losing your stuff was punishing, it doesn't even hold a candle to how punishing it is to lose a caravan in Ashes of Creation. So the first point that we're going to talk about is how expensive this setup is. Now, I am doing a test run for you guys, so this caravan is just your basic caravan. It only costs 10 silver to purchase and then 10 silver to launch. I just put a basic commodity in there, an uncommon commodity, just to test and show you what's probably going to happen to you on your caravan run. Now, most people are probably going to tell you, well, you should never run a caravan alone, probably especially if you're not 25. Well, that's just not feasible. People in ArcAge ran cargo runs all the time by themselves, and your guild's not going to be always on. And the second point to that is your guild also is a huge target, and maybe if they see a bunch of caravans, they're going to get attacked anyway. So it's a risk either way you look at it. Now, this particular caravan, again, is a basic caravan, so it's going to signal to most experienced players that there's really nothing worth anything in there. It's either possibly the quest early on where they're delivering stone and wood, or it's just a basic cargo that's going to be worth about, 50 to 60 silver, somewhere around there, depending on how far they take it. I would say more times than not, people would leave a newbie caravan alone because it's just not worth the time to take it down. You could make more out there running around and gathering. But that being said, there's always people out there who just love to, kill people. And while making this video for this test run, you're going to find that exact scenario playing out. So breaking down the cost of the caravan, if you're just wanting to run your basic tier 1 caravan, but you want to put a little bit more than your normal uncommon and one common, you'll want to go ahead and get an epic or above. Western Larch probably be your best choice because it's the highest health, and that usually would cost you about 1 gold per, because again, you want to go epic and above. That'll give you 2 height. Now you've had a few runs and you've made a little bit of gold and you've been pretty lucky, you've gone at a good time of day, and you're feeling, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this sucker. So now you're going to go ahead and upgrade and talk to an apprentice carpenter, and you're going to get a Weeping Willow caravan. Now, make no mistake, Weeping Willow caravans are extremely hard to take down, as they should be. Fail to realize is what you're looking for to make that caravan is you're going to need 40 Weeping Willow to make 20 timber, 20 timber to make 10 planks, 20 timber to make 10 beams, and that is going to be total of 80 willow for just one piece. So you're looking at a total of 240 willow. If you're looking at basic willow with a good price of say 10 cents per willow, you're still looking at about 25 or 24 gold. And if you want to upgrade it to an even higher, you're looking at a very costly investment. That's hours of gathering. Oh, well, for some, a quick visit to your friendly neighborhood RMT dealer. More on that in my next video. But either way, you finally get your caravan built. Buy an apprentice carpenter, spend a few bright glint, and you're in business. So, first you plan a route. In this case, I went from Jova to Nuela. The friendly mayors out there have activated the Trade Bureau buffs. Shout out to them for actually making the world feel more cooperative. So, say you've gone ahead and you've managed to get yourself a beautiful caravan, a million health, and it's a beast. You know that it's going to take people a long time to take it down. All right, so you're traveling along, making your money, and then it happens. You convert to a raft, and suddenly Hobo Bob hops on demanding a toll. And let's be real, even if you pay, odds are he's going to kill you anyway. That's when you realize something is seriously off. Now, in this particular instance, I actually made it through the water okay. But as soon as I launched on the other side of the shore, guess what happens? And here lies one of the big problems of the Caravan system right now. In Arcade, the driver defense actually meant something. It was very hard to kill somebody on a Caravan or on a boat. And it used to be like this. And in Intrepid, for some great idea, changed it to where you can kill them pretty easily. The driver defense, it's trash. You're better off hopping off the rider and fighting on foot. You're probably going to die, especially if they're out gearing you or something, or out leveling you. But you've got the decision. Do you call in for backup, or do you try to recover it? Or do you just sit there watching your hard work go up in flames? Now, as I switch to this clip real quick before we continue our journey, this is an example of a tank that just happened to come across a Caravan in the sea. Now, this guy was being pretty rude, and he wasn't answering me, and that kind of pissed me off. So I decided, fuck it, and I started to attack him. So when a scenario like this happens, you have a choice. Do you go ahead and call for backup after you've died and try to recover it? Or do you just sit there watching all your hard work and effort go up in flames? Because the sad reality is, no matter how tough your Caravan is, one person, can stop it from going anywhere. And that is a huge problem. Either, my suggestion would be, the more upgraded the Caravan is, the better the driver defense is, and so it takes a much larger force to take down the driver and the Caravan. Right now, one player doing it is just silly. Now, as I was going up the hill, I saw this One Punch guild member, and I've known them previously. They will attack anything they see. So I immediately hopped off my Caravan, dropped my hot dog that I was eating on my lap, which didn't make me very happy. And this was my first experience in PvP one-on-one with my tank going against another 25. Didn't really go very well. I was button mashing, as you do when you play a new character, but I beat the fuck out of that scorpion. So in this case, if you have a bad encounter, you don't play it very well, you have a choice. Do you go ahead and just give up? Is this person going to just keep killing you every time you go out there? Or do you come back and fight? Or do you do option 2? Ah, yes, the crashing exploit. Some people, as we all know, have been crashing their game in moments like this. Yeah, probably not intended, but still not addressed. And one of the other big problems with Caravans, other than the exploits and the high resource cost, is the fact that you and your guild can be killing a 1,000,000 health Caravan, taking 10 minutes or more to take it down, putting in all kinds of work, ready to use your request Caravan beacon. Oh, and here comes Tom, Dick, and Harry. And they show up and they hit it once and whip out their crowbars and steal every crate before you can even summon your beacon. That shouldn't happen. Loot from the Caravan event should require meaningful participation. Damage thresholds, timers, something. Or better yet, make it so the loot can be re-caravanned only, forcing more interaction, making the economy stronger, and giving the original owner a real shot at revenge. Now myself, I was gonna fight to the death. And I know I had a bad encounter on this first one, but I was gonna fight hard. So after being disrespected, I respawned and charged back quickly to earn my respect back and show the power of the boomer. So let's compare the Caravans between, say, Arcade, which I believe was Steven's inspiration for the Caravan system. Their system wasn't perfect, we all know that, but it worked. You crafted commodities, ran packs, and if you died, you didn't lose everything. The attacker got some value, but you got a cut of it too when they turned it in. Not much, but at least it was something. It was better than a sharp stick in the eye. And if you lost your cart or your boat, you could resummon it after a few minutes with some scroll and 5 Shadigan sand. But in Ashes of Creation? No. Lose your Caravan and you're out. 240 plus willow, gold worth a glint, processing time, countless gathering effort. What do you have left? A big zilch. Was it worth your time? No. Not to mention ships like Caravels that we have right now, that's an instant 25 gold loss, hands down. And they go down pretty fast. And take a look around at the world of Era currently. How many caravans have you seen compared to last phases? For the most part, the roads of Vera have been empty, unless they're making money by speed hacking. Something that's been very prevalent in this phase, unfortunately. Once again, our economy has been trashed. Now, pretty much ensuring another wipe on August 4th.
So I don't know what's gonna be on August,
Oh,
you
there's
know?
another one. There's another. I got that one on film. So, some possible solution proposals making failure recoverable. This doesn't mean that we need to go soft. Risk versus reward should hurt, but there has to be a recovery system. How about this? Lose a caravan, maybe have to replace one part, or pay a carpenter to rebuild it over time. If you lose your ship, maybe at a shipwright bench, maybe for a few hours for repairs and a little bit of gold. This way it stings, but it doesn't destroy your will to play. And anybody who's played Arcade, just think about when the sport fishing comes out. Think about the future of the fishing boats, the caravels, and the merchant ships. Can you say pescarade anybody? You really think people are just going to take the fish? Hell no. They're going to go out and kill every boat every chance they get. So, in closing, I do love Steven's vision. I believe in this game and I only want the best for it. But this system, right now, needs a hard reset. Let players fail, yes, but don't break their spirit for even trying. Fix the risk, balance the reward, and let caravans become the heart of Vera's economy, not a trap for the foolish. So, if you've had similar experiences or thoughts on how to fix the system as it is, drop a comment below. I'll be trying caravans again soon, but I'm not going to lie, it's a rough road ahead and potentially a very costly one. Thanks for watching, everybody, and may all your caravans find safe passage. Take care, Vera.